Hello there, my circle of friends. It's Aret coming back to you. I want to thank all of you for honoring me by subscribing to my channel. I absolutely appreciate that. Today, I know that I haven't been uploading videos a lot lately. I wanted to share a little bit of information as to why that is. I'm somebody who protects her. I like my privacy. My parents were public persons for many years, ever since I was a little girl, and it's not an easy lifestyle, so I like very much my privacy. My family, my extended family, we have several seniors in our family, so and unfortunately some of them have developed Alzheimer's or another form of dementia, and it's very complicated. It's draining. I'm the one who's been looking after them, like taking care of them, and for most of this illness, and it's highly complicated, very painful, exhausting. It's exhausting, and they have had a lot of complications lately, especially during the season, like the winter time. Things get really sad anyways, and that is part of the reason why I have my channels, my YouTube channels, because I needed to do something for myself as well. And so anyways, it's not that I have forgotten you guys, no, not at all. It's just I'm being very tired and exhausted with all these things that I need to handle on a daily basis. But I'm here. Okay, and today I got you. Oh, let me tell you what I'm diffusing today. I'm diffusing clary sage and frankincense. This is clary sage is a female, mostly female anyways, oil. It helps to balance hormones, and frankincense, it's one of those oils that it's the king of essential oils, and it helps to make better anything else that you use for diffusing or for your putting on your body, on your skin. So this is what I felt like diffusing today. And as usual, for my water today, I have my lemon. That's what I put in my water. It's either lemon or wild orange for me. Those two guys help me a lot. So anyways, here I got this gorgeous shawl, which I absolutely love. I think it's gorgeous, beautiful. The lady who does it, I think her name is Lydia, Crocheting with Lydia or something like that. She's Spaniard. And this shawl, the one that I made, I think is from corner to corner, measures 170. So 1.70, 1 meter and 70 centimeters. Okay, let me fold that in half for you so maybe you can see it a little bit better. See, isn't that beautiful? It's very easy to do. There are only three rows which are repeated, and you can make it as small or as big as you like. Now Lydia calls it a chal de otoño, or an autumn shawl. And I'm telling you, she uses this beautiful material, which is full of color and variegated, and it's just gorgeous. So her shawl came out looking amazing. I'm calling my shawl a spring shawl, because it's springtime. We're already starting spring, and I'm like, why not? So this is why I chose this color as well. So the shawl goes in this direction as well as in this direction, top to bottom and left to right. And just like the Namaste Shawl, it's very similar to the Namaste Shawl, and we're using here puff stitches. See, we're using puff stitches, I'm sorry. It's very simple to follow, very easy, and it's just lovely, absolutely lovely. Now if you wanted to, you can even turn it into a poncho. If you get tired of just having a shawl, you can turn this into a poncho as well. I've done that with my child stuff before. So here we go. Like I said, it goes in two directions. This is the center part, the center point, and here we have the left point and the right point and the left point. So this is the edging. It's almost the same thing. It's almost like we're doing the same thing here for the top edging. It's almost the same as if we're doing the center edging, but it's quite interesting in the way that it works out and the way that we do it. So it's really quite nice and easy. I have my notes here, and again, you just gotta follow it and repeat 3 rows of it, and it's just as beautiful. See, now we always respect the center part. We can never change anything there. Okay, let's get started with these. You can use any type of material that you need. So hopefully I'm making sense of what I'm saying. So here we go. We're gonna start with these. We're gonna make a magic circle. How do we do a magic circle in this case? We place the yarn over our index and our middle finger, and then we make another circle like this. Okay, see, and we're gonna bring the yarn through. We're gonna make 3 stitches or 3 chains up, and we're gonna do 3 double crochets. Okay, now the first 3 stitches, or the first 3 chains, I'm sorry, those count as your first double crochet. Now we're gonna do chain 2, and again we're going to do 3 double crochet. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. Got that? So now we're gonna come over here and we're gonna pull this guy. See, and we have created our very first shell here. That's what we have created right now. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and turn our work. See what I mean? This is what goes down the center of your shawl. We're gonna do again 1, 2, 3 chains in the air, and now we're gonna come here in this space in between the first double crochet and the second one, and we're gonna do 3 more double crochets, because this beginning part is always 4 double crochets. Okay, 2 and 3. Now we're gonna do chain 1, and then in this next space we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do 3 double crochets followed by 2 chains. Okay, 1, 2 chains, and again we're going to do 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. What happened here? So like the Namaste Shawl that we have, this guy is the same thing. We're going to mirror what we do to the right side, we do to the left. It's as simple as that. So there's no room for confusion at all. It's very simple to do. Chain 1 after the 3 double crochets, because this is what we did here. We're mirroring, and inside this space in between the 3rd and the 4th double crochet, we're going to make 4 double crochets. Okay, because the first cluster that we have double crochets, it's actually 4, remember, because the 3 chains count as your first double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We just did 4 here. Point. We have the second row worked out. Okay, again we're gonna go and do 3 chains up in the air. Oh, please excuse me. And we're gonna do 3 double crochets inside the space between the first and the second double crochet. The beginning for every row is always the same as it is the ending. Okay. So now we do chain 1. Inside this space we're gonna do again 3 double crochets. Nice and simple to begin with. And now we do a chain 1. After the chain 1 we're gonna go do and repeat this inside this space. So 3 double crochets followed by 2 chains and 3 more double crochets inside the very same space. Oh, my throat is having a hard time, you guys. And then after that we're gonna mirror what we did to the right. So we're gonna go make chain 1, and I told you that the ending is always the same, the edging. So 3 double crochets in the next space followed by 1 chain and 3 double crochets, although I think it should be 4, but oh well. 2 and 3 in between the 3rd and the 4th double crochet there. Okay, what do we do next? Turn our work, chain 3 up in the air, and we're gonna do 3 double crochets inside the space between the first and the second double crochet. 1, 2, and 3, and the beginning is always the same as it is the ending. Remember that. 1 chain and 3 double crochets inside the next space. 1, 2, and 3. And let me check and see that I'm still recording. Now we do chain 1 after these. We're gonna chain 1 again, and this is row 4, right? So here for row 4 we are going to go ahead and make in this space our first V-stitch. So we're setting up the space to create the shell. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 double crochet inside the next space, followed by 5 chains, and again another double crochet inside the same space, so we have a V-stitch. Okay, we're gonna follow with a chain, and again we repeat 3 double crochets inside the same space, followed by 2 chains and 3 double crochets, all in the same space. Yeah, because this is the center part, the one that we always need to keep respecting. I did a chain on this side, so I'm gonna make a chain on this side, and in this space I made a V stitch. I'm gonna go ahead and make a V stitch in here. So it's 1 double crochet followed by 5 chains and another double crochet inside the same space to make our V stitch. So see, you do to the left what you do to the right. Now we're gonna do another chain because this is what I have here, and over here in this space what I did is a cluster of 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, plus is the edging always ends the same way. 2, 3 followed by 1 chain, and it's the same, a cluster of 3 double crochets in between the 3rd and 4th double crochet here on the edge. see what we're doing? I hope you guys can see what is happening here. See, that's what we have so far. It looks pretty, doesn't it? It's very simple, very straightforward. So we're gonna turn our work, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna make 3 double crochets inside the space between the 1st and 2nd double crochet, followed by 1 chain, and we're gonna go ahead again and make 3 double crochets inside the following space. 1, 2 and 3, and again chain 1 after that. Now we're going to work with our V stitch, and we're gonna enter 8 double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Chain 1, and let's go back to making a cluster of shells in the center part. So again, that is 3 double crochets followed by 2 chains and 3 double crochets in the same space. Absolutely simple. Again, I did a chain here. I'm gonna make a chain here, and in the V stitch I made 8 double crochets. So I'm gonna go do the same in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And remember, what you do to the right, you do to the left. So first and the 2nd double crochet, we are going to do 3 double crochet. What comes next? Simple. We just do a chain, no problem. and inside the space we are going to do 3 double crochets because that's how we like it, and we're working with an edge row, right? See, that's our edging. These two guys are what create the edge here. So we're gonna do what after? Chain 1. Here we're gonna go ahead and make 1 double crochet on top of each of these 8 double crochets that we have here. The difference is that we, after each double crochet that we make, we're gonna follow it with a chain. So 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet that we have here, but we're adding 1 chain. We're creating a fan here, remember that. It's pretty straightforward, and I hope that you're enjoying it. I loved making it. It goes by so quickly. And it's so nice and cozy, and you can turn it into a poncho if you don't want to have it as a shawl. You can make it into a poncho, no problem. Now I already did my chain after my double crochet here, and we go back and do our cluster of shells in the middle, or going down the middle, which is 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets in the same space. See how nice and easy that is? And we continue. Chain 1 after a cluster here down the center. And again, we're gonna repeat and mirror what we did here on the right. We're gonna do on the left. 1 double crochet on top of each of the 8 double crochets that we have here, separating each double crochet though with a chain. Oh, my nose is killing me, you guys. My circle of friends. Here we go. Okay, so this is number 8 double crochet, make a chain, and we're gonna do 3 double crochets inside the next space. You know what, let me put this serviette back here. Try and see if you guys can see better with that. Chain 1 after our 3 double crochets, and we're gonna do 3 double crochets in the space again between the third and the 4th double crochet here. Turn our work again. 1, 2, 3 chains up in the air, and followed by 3 double crochets in the space between the 1st and the 2nd double crochet, followed by a chain. And then we're gonna do another 3 double crochets inside the next space. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. Now here in between each of these double crochets that we have, we're gonna make puff stitches. You can make them with 4 yarn overs or 3. I'm gonna make them with 3 only. So I have 1 already, 2, and 3. So we have all those hoops or those loops in here. We're gonna yarn over again. We're gonna go through all of them, and we're gonna chain or close it with a chain. Again, 1 yarn over, 2 yarn overs, 3 yarn overs, yarn over again, take this one through all those hoops that we have on the hook, yarn over again, and make a chain on top of it. Again, 1, 2, 3 yarn overs, yarn over again, get it through all of these hoops that we have on the hook. We have another hoop in the hook, yarn over again, and make a chain. That's how we complete that. That's how we close it. So we're gonna go do these in between all the spaces that we have, in between all the 8 double crochets that we did. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. It's really not simple. 1, 2, 3. All the way to the last space that we have on each of those 8 double crochet, and there you have it. So we're gonna have 7 stitches here, 7 puff stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, after that we're gonna chain 1 again, and we're gonna continue to do our cluster here of shells that go down the center of the shawl, which is composed of 3 double crochet, 2 chains, and 3 double crochet. See how nice and easy this is, right? It reminds me a lot of the Namaste Shawl, like I said. So the lady who's got this pattern, her name is Lydia, and she's Spaniard. Again, after the cluster that we just made of shells here, or 2 shells, we're gonna do a chain again, because this is what I did here. I chained 1 here, and then puff stitches on each of the spaces. Okay, again, 1, 2, and 3 yarn overs, 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, 3. So talk to me, guys. Let me know what you think, what you're liking. What do you like to do? Comment below, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. I did a chain after that, I hope you noticed. And we're gonna do again, back to repeating what we repeat each time that we're completing and approaching the edging. 3 double crochets inside the same space over here, and then chain 1 again, and again 3 double crochets in between the 3rd and the 4th double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. turn out work. See what things are looking like now. It's so beautiful. I think I really enjoyed making this. Turn our work, and we do 3 chains up in the air, followed by 3 double crochets in between these first and the second double crochet. We're gonna chain 1, and again we're gonna do 3 double crochets inside the next space. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 again, and here. Now something that I want to tell you here is that whenever you are working on your puff stitches, after the following row that you're going to be doing is creating your next row for your next fans that we're going to be making. So as soon as you're done doing your puff stitches, don't forget that, okay? See here, puff stitches here. The next row we're gonna make V stitches to create the fans here, before and after the puff stitches. Okay, before the puff stitches here we have 1 V stitch, and after the puff stitches we have another V stitch. Don't forget that your puff stitches give you your clue to creating a V stitch inside the space leading up to the puff stitches. Okay, so double crochet inside that space, followed by 5 chains, followed by another double crochet inside the same space. Got it? It's that simple. Chain 1, and we're gonna leave the first space of the first and between the first and the second puff stitch alone. We're not gonna touch that, but we're gonna anchor our V stitch inside the following space. So in here we're gonna go in and make a single crochet. Then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3 chain, and we're gonna anchor it into the next space, followed again by 3 stitches, by 3 chains, which are gonna be anchored again with a single crochet in the next space. And again we're gonna do that 3 times. 1, 2, 3 chains. We're gonna anchor those 3 chains with a single crochet in the next space. See, so now we have 1, 2, 3 little guys here, and again we leave this space between these the last and penultimo, I don't know what to call that in English, the last 2 stitches, the last 2 puff stitches, we leave that space alone. So we go ahead and make 1 chain, and now in this space again, remember you have to make your V stitches before the puff stitches and after the puff stitches. Okay, so again we have to make another V stitch in here. So 1 double crochet followed by 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another double crochet inside the same space to create a V stitch. Right, we make 1 chain, see, and we go do our cluster here of shells, 1, 2, 3 followed by 2 chain, 1 2, followed by 3 double crochets again in the same space. So always, I hope I'm being clear here, always remember that once you have done your puff stitches, the following row, again you're starting your repeat. You're gonna go ahead and make your V stitches in front or before and after, the spaces before and after the puff stitches, and in between those puff stitches you're gonna make these little tiny little loops here of 3 chains, and then you're gonna be reducing them. No problem, I'm gonna show you how. And again, all we do is mirror what we did to the right, we do to the left. 1 2 3 4 5. So V stitch in front of the puff stitches, we skip this space in between the first and the second puff stitch, but we anchor the V stitch in the following space with a single crochet. 1 2 3 chains. This is all the chain, this is the only difference here, and we anchor again with a single crochet those 3 chains in the following space, and we do the same here. Anchor those 3 chains in the following space with a single crochet, and then after the single crochet we do 3 more chains, and we're gonna anchor them. We're gonna do these 3 chain thingies 3 times, and then we're gonna, in the next row, it's gonna do 2, and then the next row we're only gonna have 1, and then we're gonna chain 1 here, and since we the space before or after the puff stitches, we're gonna do another V stitch, which is 1 double crochet followed by 1 2 3 4 5 chains, and another double crochet inside the same space, and then we have another V stitch followed by another chain, and then in the following space we're going to do a next cluster of 3 double crochets for our edging. 1 2 3 followed by a chain, and again we're going to do 3 double crochets inside the space between the 3rd and the 4th double crochet here. Okay, see, it's looking good, isn't it? Very pretty. I really like the way these guys look here. Okay, we're gonna turn our work again, and again 3 chains up in the air followed by 3 double crochets inside the space between the first and the second double crochet. 1 2 3, chain 1, we do again 3 double crochets inside the next space that we created. 1 2 and 3, chain 1 again, and what do we have here? We have our V stitch. What did we do on our first V stitch here? We did 8 double crochets, so we're gonna do the same here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 double crochet. What do we do now? We go and do 1 chain. So see, now we're building again more fans, and this is how you're doing it. See, so now we have these loops here that we need to work with. And what did we do in the in this row here when we first created them. Simple. We went in and we anchored the 8 double crochets with 1 single crochet inside the first 3 chains, and then I'm gonna do another 3 chains here, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with these 3 chains. So I'm gonna go inside this space here, inside this loop, with 1 single crochet, and again I'm gonna do 1, 2, and 3 chains, and again I'm going to anchor those 3 chains inside this space, these little loops here with the 3 chains, and anchor them with a single crochet. And now, like I said, we're reducing these guys. We're gonna reduce them. We only have 1 and 2 little loops here, and then the next row is only gonna be one left. Okay, and now here we're gonna do chain 1, and we're going to do again our 8 double crochets inside the V-stitch. 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then again chain 1, and we're gonna do our cluster here again down the center. 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets in the same space. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and again 1, 2, and 3. And again, I'm gonna go ahead and do to the left what I did to the right. So chain 1 after that. Okay, so now we're gonna go back, turn our work again, and do our usual 3 chains up in there, 3 double crochets in the space between the first and the second double crochet. We're gonna go ahead and chain 1 again, and again we go and do 3 double crochets in the next space. What do we do next? We chain 1, right? And here we have our 8 double crochets. So what do we do next? Up here we have 8 double crochets followed by a chain. So that's what we're gonna do next. 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet that we have here, but each one of these guys will be followed by a chain. Okay, so we're constructing, building, and following fans. Chain 1. Now here we go again. We diminish these little guys here, these little loops that we do with the 3 chains. So what do we do here next? We started with 3, then with 2, now we're gonna leave 1. So we're gonna go ahead and do a single crochet here to anchor the 8 double crochets that we have here for our fan. Now we do 1, 2, 3 chains, and again we're gonna go ahead and anchor on the next space the 3 chains with using 1 single crochet. What do we do next? We chain 1. Okay, we're gonna chain 1, and we will okay, sorry about that, you guys. And we continue, since it's the second fan that we're building here, we do the same. 1 crochet, 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet, but each double crochet has to be followed by a chain. Okay. I hope that you may be willing to try and purchase a membership for doTERRA so that you can purchase some oils, some essential oils. They're just wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. And then 1 chain after these one. And again, we go ahead and do our usual cluster of 2 shells here separated by 2 chains in the same space. So they're wonderful for your everyday health support. And again, here we go ahead and do and mirror what we did on the right side, we do to the left. Always remember that with these guys. Nice and easy. So we have 8 double crochets. We're gonna do 8 double crochets, one on top of the other, but in this case the only difference is that we're going to separate each one with a chain. So yes, you can purchase your membership for doTERRA essential oils and purchase the essential oils at wholesale price at 25% discount. They also offer a variety of beauty cares, deodorants, natural deodorants. And here we go again, you guys. We have our 2 spaces here with the 3 chains. So let's remember, here we anchor these double crochets or the shell or the fan with 1 single crochet followed by 3 chains, and then we anchor that again with a single crochet in the next space. So we diminish things here, see, from 3 to 2 to 1. Chain 1, and again there we go, double crochet followed by a chain. So as I was saying, 25% discount for anything doTERRA related. Well, almost anything. Well, yeah, 25 for oils anyways, and supplements. And if you decide to, you can also become a what is called a wellness advocate, and you get commission type of pay. It's not easy to handle it, but you can manage. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do, to continue to help contribute to the economy in our home. So here 3 double crochets inside this space followed by a chain, and now I'm going to do 3 double crochets in between or inside the space between the third and fourth double crochet here, right? And we're starting lunch, so here we go. This is what these guys looking like. See? So now this row, we began with one fan here, and then two fans on each side. So now we're really one, two on each side, which means that now you're gonna have three fans on the following, on the next area that you work on, because it's gonna be, what you're gonna be doing now, remember, is you're gonna be working on your puff stitch after this, right? Like, so the next row is puff stitches, which means you're gonna have to build one V-stitch here, one V-stitch here on top of the third little space here that we have in here, and another V-stitch here. That makes three. So let me do it. I still have a little bit of yarn here. Hopefully we can do it. So let's do it again. Turn us our work, and we do 3 double crochets. Okay, we do 3 double crochets in here, 3 chains followed by 3 double crochet, right? Chain 1, and the next space we do another 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, and in the next space over here, just before we get into the fan, we do what? We do a V-stitch, that's right, which is 1 double crochet followed by 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains, and another double crochet inside the same space. And there we have our V chain. Chain 1. I really hope that I have enough yarn to go all the way to do the next V-stitch, you guys. So here we're gonna do 2 and let me see, 3. We're gonna do puff stitches. I'm sorry. Remember, I'm doing mine with only 4 yarn overs. If you want to do it with 4, you can. And it's gonna be, we're gonna have 7 puff stitches. Like I said, if you wanted to, once you're done making your shawl any size that you want, you can add some borlas. What am I thinking of in English here? English. You can add guys, I cannot remember what it's called in English. Okay, chain 1, and in this space that we have here, right in the 3 chain space, we're gonna make our next V-stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains, and again in the same space I'm going to do 1 more double crochet. So 1 double crochet, 5 chains, 1 double crochet in the same 3 chain space. And here we go, chain 1, and again we do our 7 puff stitches. right? Oh, I wish. So remember, always when you're doing your puff stitches, that's when you know that you are to build your next fans. This is where you put the foundation for your fans, which means the creation of V-stitch in front or before the puff stitches and a V-stitch after the puff stitches. Don't forget, that's where you start, that's where you put the base for those guys. It's really that simple. No complications at all. This is how we build character with our shawls. So we start with one fan on each side, then 2 fans on each side, then 3 fans on each side, and so on and so forth until we reach the width or length that we want. So here again we go. We're at the end. We have reached the end of the puff stitches here. Here's a space before, just before these guys. So what am I gonna do there? I'm gonna do, after the chain, I do 1 double crochet, 5 chains, 1 double crochet, all of that going in the same space. See? Because this is gonna be creating, is the base for our next 8 double crochets that we're gonna need. Then we're gonna do a chain 1 and we work on a cluster here of shells. 3 double crochets followed by 2 chains, and see how cool is that, you guys? Nice and easy. See, very simple, very easy to follow. And now again, let me show you here. You're gonna have one fan here inside your V chain and your V stitch, the second one here, and then the third. And then when you're building up the next one, it's gonna be 4, because you're gonna be able to build 4 of these guys, 4 of these V stitches. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. God bless you, and thank you for being part of my channel. Now always remember, if you're feeling tired of keeping this guy as a shawl, remember that you can turn it into a poncho. The back of the poncho will be longer than the front, and see, all you gotta do is fold in the edges, fold them into the front. You can sew from the bottom here or the top here to the bottom, always leaving an opening here to have your poncho, to make your poncho that way. How cool is that? Huh? God bless you, and see you again. Bye bye.